What is going on, everybody? Welcome to yet another gameplay stream. Today we are going to be jumping back into Kaldheim Standard with a really fun Orzhov Angels deck that I've been playing around with. Lots to talk about there, but before we do, I just want to mention again, if you would like to join us on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be jumping into round 2 of the Vorinclex card hunt. Hopefully finding it and then hopefully giving it away to one of you guys. Now, just as a heads up during that, if you decide to subscribe during those card hunt streams, as an added bonus, we're going to give you a random rare or mythic from that box. So we will obviously get your information and send it out to you as you'd like. And again, that's 100% random. It could be the best card in the box other than Vorinclex, or it may not be, but either way, it's a really cool way to hopefully give a little bit back to you guys. But also, how cool is this music? I'm loving it. All right, let's jump into the deck a little bit here, guys. So, as I said, this is an Orzhov Angels list. I have been toying around with this list for what seems like quite a while, probably the last week or so, and I've kind of culminated it down to this. Now, I still don't know if this is the final list, because I keep finding different things that I either like or don't like, or feel like maybe I could change, but we're gonna try this today. So obviously this is Angels, so we've got a lot of the really awesome new Kaldheim cards in this deck. So let's start at the beginning though. We do have a pretty standard 1-drop slot. Speaker of the Heavens, just a really nice card. Ace, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Ace, just a really nice enabler for the deck, obviously able to pump out those Angels if we get enough life gain down. Thankfully, due to Righteous Valkyrie, one of the brand new cards from Kaldheim, we should be able to gain some substantial life throughout the game. Additionally, we do have things like Baneslayer Angel, which can just through means of lifelink can hopefully get in there for some damage, and then again provide us with a little bit more life to hopefully go back and activate that Speaker of the Heavens later on during the game. We do have a couple Bloodchief's Thirst here as a way to deal with opposing creatures or planeswalkers. I initially had more of these in here, but what I was finding is that this deck really wants to be more proactive. It doesn't necessarily want to react quite as much. This is Orzhov Angels Ace, yes. We also have a one of, which is a little weird, I know. Hey, Splayer, welcome. Soul Guide Lantern. Now, Soul Guide Lantern is pretty key because there are a lot of like Rakdos discard decks and things like that that are looking to, even control decks with things like Elspeth Conquers Death, that are looking to bring stuff back. So this Soul Guide Lantern, though it is only a one of and it's not going to be there a lot of the times that it is there, it can be very helpful. I have found this to be almost an instant win in certain circumstances, especially against the Kroxa heavy decks or the graveyard heavy decks. This is just a really great option to have, but obviously a bit of a fine-tuned card because it is only a one of. In the 2-drop slot here, I do want to talk about having Agonizing Remorse in the deck. This is a bit of an odd call because, in my opinion, if you're doing an Angels deck, again, you want to be like putting creatures on the board, flooding the board with as much as you can. We're in Standard, Ace, just a heads up. But Agonizing Remorse does a lot for this deck. I find it to be very helpful, again, against graveyard decks. It can do a lot, but additionally, just in tearing apart the opponent's hand a little bit, can really get you where you need to be. No problem, Ace. We also do have 2 Heartless Acts, again, trimmed down on the number of these from the initial start, but again, just to have a little bit more removal, this does give us some options there. We are playing Youthful Valkyrie, which is our first Angel of the deck at 2. It is a 1/3 with flying, and then whenever you play another Angel, you put a 1/1 counter on it, which is really nice because obviously we've got a lot of Angels. In the 3-drop slot, like I said, Righteous Valkyrie here, gonna hopefully gain us a bunch of life and then Anthem effect our way to the win. That's kind of the goal here. Resplendent Marshal, I've only got a 2 of these. I've seen different variants where they've got the full playset, and I do think that's good, but sometimes this just doesn't do what you want it to do. When it works great, but I have found that a lot of decks are running things like Elspeth's Nightmare, which exiles your graveyard, things like that that make it a little bit trickier to get this off as reliably as you would like it to. Regardless, it is still an Angel, it's still a 3/3 flyer, so it's going to be pretty good. Sigrid, God Favored. kind of an interesting choice because it's not an angel, but in looking at a few different deck lists, in particular Day 9's list, I really enjoyed this card. It's just in general a pretty good one. Protection from god creatures occasionally comes into play, but really you're playing it for that flash first strike and the ability to exile an attacking or blocking creature. Now, that does mean this is probably going to eat a removal spell pretty quickly, but the goal is to slow the opponent down to give us time to gain life and hopefully pump out a bunch of those big angels. And this works great for that. In the 4-drop slot, we do have a Legion Angel, and of course 3 in the sideboard here. This just provides us a great way to reliably get more angels out. If we can get this one down, we're in great shape. Starnheim Unleashed. Really interesting card, and not one that I initially had in the deck because I was looking at some different options at the time, but I have found this to be very, very good. Now, we've only got it as a 2-of here, partially just because I didn't have enough mythic wildcards, but also because it's not as reliable sometimes as you'd like it to be. You can certainly get enough value off of this. Hey, Omega, what's up? By just paying for 4, it's a 4/4 Angel, which is pretty good. With Vigilance, of course, but if you can foretell it and really get a lot more mana sunk into it, you can do just tons and tons of stuff, especially if you've got like a Valkyrie out. You can spit out a couple Angels, gain a ton of life, and then Anthem effect your way to a win. So super, super powerful if we get it off. Firja's Retribution, a really nice card as well. It's a 4-mana Saga, spits out a 4/4 Angel, and then you basically get to use your Angels as removal spells the next turn. And so if they stick on the field, you can do a lot. And then additionally, on that third counter, you actually give all your Angels double strike. So this can very easily win us a game in the right circumstance. Regardless, it definitely does some damage. And we get a creature out of the deal, which is great. Now, at the top of the curve, we do have 3 Baneslayer Angel, as I already mentioned. This is just a primo card with things like Goldspan Dragon running around. This is just like a hard block to that, and it's really, really good, especially with that lifelink and first strike. We can really do a lot with it. And then Kaya the Inexorable, which I initially didn't have in the deck either, but I've actually grown to really like him, or like her, excuse me. Really, exiling a permanent is huge because there's so much just random indestructible and things like that going around, but obviously the other abilities will come into play and we will be using them as we go through. Ace, keeping score for us. I appreciate it, buddy. The rest of the lands here, we do run Temple of Silence, which I think is fine, and 2 Castle Locthwain for some card draw. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's pretty straightforward. We'll jump right in and we'll see how it goes. Marcus Prime, oh boy, Angels. Yeah, dude. I have somewhat silly but fun deck for Historic Best of 1 Aggressive Rakdos Sack Splash Scalds. If you'd be interested, Omega, please share it in the Discord, in the deck suggestions chat. That is the best place to do that, and I will absolutely look at it. I've been playing a lot of my own decks, I know, this week, but I do have some really exciting stuff that I wanted to try out. I'm actually going to scry that to the bottom. We've got a few draws here where we don't need a land, so I'm going to kind of take advantage, or at least attempt to take advantage, and just get to where we need to be. Looks like mono red is going to be the matchup here, which is frustrating, but we're going to leave up Heartless Act this turn. We kind of just want a 1-for-1 answer as best we can. Some of these things here. Thinking about making a black, blue, green, red historic deck. Wow. Lots of stuff. Please do, Ace. I would love to see that. Let's go ahead and take out one of these champions. Really can't let 2 of them stick around. They power each other up, and that's just a problem. Huge problem. Okay. We'll throw this out, and we'll just throw Speaker of the Heavens out. Chances are just gonna die, but hopefully gonna eat a spell here, which is great. And then we can get Retribution down and then follow that up with Kaya since we've hit all of our land drops. So, feeling pretty good. A little worried about, you know, something big coming down. Ooh, this is Gruul. Ooh. So again, this is where we're seeing Kaya hopefully being able to do her thing and exiling this permanent, not just getting rid of it, or trying to destroy it, I should say. So let's get this down and we'll attack in for 1, gain ourselves a little bit of life. I like to think, and I might be wrong because I haven't had too many of these matchups yet, but I like to think against mono red, we're actually doing okay in the matchup end of things. Just because, you know, we've got, oh wow, Return to Nature. We've got so many ways to kind of gain a little bit of life and deal with some stuff, so we'll see. We will see. How's everybody doing today, by the way? Omega, Prime, Ace, Slayer, how are we all doing? It's Wednesday, we're getting through the week. I hope you guys are having a good week. Life gain with removal should be fine against Mono Red. That's my thought as well. I am going to exile Clothis here, just to get rid of it. And I'm actually going to attack in. It's a bit aggressive, I understand. But it does have Vigilance, so it really doesn't matter anyway. And again, that Vigilance is just fantastic. I'm doing great. Was able to make 2 streams this week due to weather. Hey, I like it. I like it, I like it. So they did have Bone Crusher Giant for us. That's fine. I mean, it's not great for us, but worse things have happened. I guess I could have actually misplayed a little bit there, but that's fine. Drawing so much land. Yeah, I'm really glad that I scried that land to the bottom, to be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and play this just to get more creatures out, to be honest, and keep them pressured. In this world, we are the aggressive deck at the moment, which is a little weird. But hopefully we can kind of push through some extra damage here. Sure. All right. And see, we're seeing how this doesn't always work the way you want it to. It's great to be able to put some counters on stuff, but we just aren't able to here. And that's fine, like, it happens, but it definitely hurts when you can't do that, if that makes sense. I am just gonna take 4. Okay. Fair enough. I'm kind of surprised they used either removal spell first. I kind of expected them to just attack in. Just a quick reminder, if anybody wants to pick up any of our new proxies, digital altars I should say, or any merch, that link is there for you in chat. Obviously we'd really appreciate it. Please don't feel like you have to, but it does mean a lot to us. So anything you would like to pick up goes to support the stream, and obviously it's just really, really helpful. So we'd certainly appreciate it. I'm gonna wait to draw the card. Chances are we're not gonna be able to play it this turn, since we will end up with only 1 white mana, which is really not enough to play anything. So I'm gonna wait and see what they do here. All right. I think here we will see what we draw and make informed blocks based on that. Wow, we could have actually played it. That's okay. Do we think they have Embercleave? I don't think it matters. I think we just block here. Just trying to preserve life total a little bit here. Until we can get some more stuff down. Wow, so many lands. All right, let's scry. Let's get something good. That's not great. I'm gonna put that on the bottom. I get that it's a creature and it's something we can play, but it's really not what we're looking for here. Let's see what we can get now. I made the mistake of not doing this last turn, so let's do it now. Okay, wow. Another land. All right. Here we go. I mean, I'm assuming they just don't have Embercleave. That was the worry that I had last turn, but if they didn't play it last turn, then we're in decent shape here, I think. But we're just outpacing them slightly. But obviously it's not great for us. But that's fine. No blocks. Let's just take it. We do have to watch that life total, though. This is a burn deck. We need to keep that in mind, because we don't just want to lose out to a random burn spell. Let's play Castle. Let's Agonizing Remorse. See what they've got. It's either going to force an issue or get rid of something here, which is great. So either way, happy with it. Omega, yeah, this is a very, very close one. Worth noting, we do lose a life here, so we do have to keep that in mind. Yeah, that's fine. I don't know what I'm most worried about, so I'm just gonna take the creature. Attack in. Now the question becomes, do we do this? I'm gonna say yeah. All right, got a Valkyrie. All right, we just have to fade a spell of some kind, and we might be okay here. They just drew Embercleave, we are done. But we did okay. Okay. Just block like this. Was late. What are we playing? Pete, what's up, buddy? We are playing some Orzhov Angels, and it looks like we just got our first win. All right, Ace, please update the score to 1-0. 1-0. I was gonna say 1-0 and then just messed it up. All right, guys, let's jump into game 2. I like that. That worked out great. I mean, it was a grindy game against Mono Red there, but we did pretty well. Very happy to see that. Thank you for the hype, Prime. Ace, thanks for the score. Hey, Pete coming in as well. I like it. Dickie Doo. Love the name, buddy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for popping in the stream. I hope you enjoy the gameplay and enjoy just hanging out. Yeah, this is a pretty great hand, actually. We've got a nice curve, 1, 2, and then 3. So if we get our third land, we're in great shape. And Heartless Act for a bit of removal. So yeah, easy keep. The only downside would be if we hit like a temple. You know, temple's a good land, obviously, but it does come into play tapped, which sets us back a bit. So, let's hope we don't do that. Perfect. Guys, we didn't do that, so that's good. All right. Let's see how it goes. Nerdy Offender, what is up, buddy? Good to see you. Looks like they did foretell a card. I will play a Youthful Valkyrie. A little worried about the removal that they're probably going to have given these colors. We know that this is going to be a pretty removal heavy deck, I think. Omega, yeah, Golgari is what it looks like. Sure. You got it. Go ahead and do this. Is it not Sultai almost for sure with no Yorion? I mean, yeah, to me this screams just Golgari, to be honest. Yeah, there we go. They got us with the Extinction event. I kind of expected that to happen at some point, but kind of sucks, but it's fine. Let's go ahead and throw out the Youthful Valkyrie. And this is why I think having Kaya in the deck is so important for us, because the reality is this gives us a way to kind of attack on a different angle, which I think is always kind of the important thing there. And we also get to drop her this turn, which is this coming turn, which is really nice. Foretold another card. Let's go ahead and drop Kaya. I'm actually just gonna exile this. Potentially Omega. I'm not really sure what the payoff on these usually is anymore. Just because we just had a huge meta shift, it can certainly vary. Sure. Yeah, Golgari is rude. Alright, let's just throw out this and we pass. It's the best we can do. There's a world where they attack in here and do some really silly stuff, but I think we can actually get rid of that. Let's go ahead and get rid of Seraph. Seraph is sweet. If you don't know, that card is really, really fun. We did play a deck built around Seraph not too long ago. Ace, you like the music? Thank you. Thought I'd try something a little bit different and add a little bit of music to the grind here. Unfortunately, hitting a lot of lands again. We're just getting flooded right and left in a deck that really doesn't, I don't think, has an excessive number of lands. Yeah. Do we just play Baneslayer? I think so. They could just fight off the Baneslayer, so that is kind of annoying. Oh, wow. Okay, well, they just have us there. No problems with copyright? No. So if you don't know who this is Harris Heller, who is the Alpha Gaming Channel's creator, I guess you would say. He created Streamlabs, which is copyright-free music for streamers. So that's where this comes into play. All right, well, I think we're gonna lose this one. Unfortunately, these decks just have so much removal built in, it makes it really tricky. So yeah, thankfully, Omega, we do not have to worry about copyright. Taken 10. Yeah, it was a major problem a few months ago. If only that were instant speed. All right, we lose, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it. That is 1-1. Guys, if you will excuse me for just one quick second, I will be right back. All right, sorry about that, guys. Had to jump off for just a quick second, but we're back and we are going to be jumping into our third game. Unfortunately, yeah, if that was instant speed removal, we actually could have done something there and like set up a nice little play, but what is all the legal recursion spells in Arena? Ace, that is a large scale question. There are a lot. I mean, there's Call, there's the one that's also a land, and I can never remember the name. There's a lot of really good recursion spells, I think, in Arena right now. There's Luris, obviously. Yeah, there's a lot. Which is not a bad thing. I like recursive decks. I think that's fun. It's a bit of an odd hand, but we're going to try it. Home one more turn, but to be honest, one card wouldn't solve your issue. Omega, yeah, we might have been able to, but it would have been kind of tricky. The problem is we would have had to, so like, we did have one more turn. We could have flashed out the little whatever his name is, got something, and then basically blocked with it, and then they would have instantly gotten that card back, and it's like, okay, yeah, but that doesn't solve it. So we don't have a way to mass remove a lot, so it is what it is. Straight graveyard. Oh, yeah. No, that's what I'm talking about, Ace. Honestly, we do need land. Kind of sucks, but here we are. I'm gonna go ahead and play out the Soul Guide Lantern here. Let's see what they do. Oh, look, another Golgari deck. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, that's not what I thought it was gonna be. Very cool. All right. Attack in. I'm just gonna play this out because this is an odd deck to be against. Shrines, yeah, we just need to hurry up and get there. All right. This Shrines deck is frustrating, I think, but we'll do the best we can. trying to think what we really have to deal with shrines. It's not a lot. I mean, we just have to outrace, which I don't think this hand is going to be great at doing. But we'll do the best we can. Okay, there is a Valkyrie. That's actually pretty good. Let's attack first. Play you out. How much do we think, or how bad do we think they have a sweeper is the question. I'm gonna throw this out and be mana efficient. I don't know. Part of me wanted to get the Valkyrie down so we could gain some more life on the kickback, but I just don't see that working as well. And maybe I'm wrong, but I think they just are gonna foretell and then sweep, maybe. Do they have a sweeper? I guess not. Okay, fair enough. Okay, Agonizing Remorse, very helpful. Let's pull whatever we can from their hand. Wow. Okay, we're pulling Vorinclex. Let's get that out of there. And let's attack. Alright. Yeah, I think we just passed. We're doing the best we can. Yeah, dude, Vorinclex is stupid good. If you guys haven't played with Vorinclex yet, play with Vorinclex, because he will ruin the fun. Sure. Got us on that one. Just because. Alright. I'm gonna do this time. We may honestly just sack Soul Guide Lantern to draw a card here. Reason being, it's not doing a ton against this deck. This is not a built-in huge recursive kind of thing. This is them looking to just play some shrines, really. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Now we just need wizards to print a ton of persist creatures. Yeah. Alright, well, let's do it. I mean, we are as threatening as we can be in this deck, but unfortunately they're outpacing. Man, Binding of the Old Gods is such a crazy good uncommon. This card is very, very powerful. They foretold another card. Is it just the sweeper again? We can flash out Sigrid, so I'm not doing that now. Can't even Acro and War him because your Saga does not get counters. Yeah, that's a very good point, Omega. It's a tricky one to get around, that's for sure. Okay. I'm just gonna flash this out. And again. Keep getting flooded. Maybe we need to trim lands. Like, I didn't really think we did, but maybe we're in that boat where that's kind of necessary. Now we are definitely in trouble. Agonizing Remorse is not gonna help. Alright, how many lands does this have? I have to double check. It's been a while since I put the initial list together, and I haven't changed the lands since then, because I just didn't feel like we needed to, so I do need to double check. I want to say 24, Jimbo, but I very easily could be wrong on that. Good news is we can kill Calyx, but that's really not winning us the game here. They're drawing a lot of cards per turn, so like, this is gonna be rough. There's a Marshal. Alright, So which Eldrazi Titans are legal in Arena? Ulamog, I believe, is the only one, Ace. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just Ulamog. Who is stupid good. And it's only in Historic, so it's not obviously not Standard. I just like playing music in the background, honestly. This is just fun. Decline, that's fine. I tell you what, we'll look in just a minute. Okay, we're super dead here, so we'll look now. Because Ace, I don't want to give you incorrect information, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Ulamog Ceaseless is the one, and it's in Historic. Thank you. Thank you for confirming, Pete. I just wanted to make sure. Let's check a couple things really quick. Land count, what are we at? 24. And we curve out at 5, so like I don't think that that's excessive. Spells Trickery into Ulamog. Pete, that works. Super fun to do. I don't want to really change a whole lot here, to be honest. Like, our land count is fine, I think. I think it's just a matter of we've been getting flooded, to be honest. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna try it out for another game. We'll see how it goes. Oh, my neck hurts. You know when you get just like a crick in your neck and it just won't go away for like a day or two? So frustrating. But that's where I'm at right now. All right, what we got? Like on one hand, this is a really cool hand because we've got some really strong, powerful stuff to curve into, but dude, YOLO, we're doing it. We have the temple. Maybe we can scry into something good. I'm gonna, given our track record, I'm gonna put that on the bottom. Okay. I'm actually gonna take the opportunity to play Locthwain tapped here, since it doesn't really matter. Foretell card. I had the exact combo versus me today. Dude, Omega. Such a rough little combo to deal with. But I'm gonna pass here. Worst case scenario, we flash this out for no value, but best case scenario, they have a haster and we actually just get to get rid of it. Wow. Okay. Huh. I'm gonna go ahead and flash this out. I think they are easily able to kill this. My goal now is let's play Legion Angel. This just allows us to keep the train moving forward with Angels without having to use the Retribution quite yet. I'd like to have a little bit more like critical mass before we do that. I'm guessing they can deal with Legion Angel, so keep that in mind. Wow. What an odd way to deal with it. Dreadful Apathy. Not at all what I expected, but okay. Is Thoughtseized Arena? It's in Historic, yeah. Let's go ahead and attack. Big Red with Showdown. Interesting. Yeah, this is a... I don't know. This is an interesting deck. It's a fun song. I'm curious to see what they do. Apparently nothing. Okay, Baneslayer, do it. Obvious play, do it. We've got another one, it's fine. Omega, I like that. I'm gonna not attack here. Next turn, we probably just Retribution, right? Oh, smart. Yeah, they do get to... Forgot about that. That's kind of nice. With Leyline Tyrant, that's very cool. It says Pro Dragons. Do they know that? Or is this like a ploy? does no damage to Baneslayer, yo. They can't even, I don't think they can even target it with this ability either, though. Great. Kill a Legion Angel. It's probably the best bet. Yep. Get rid of it. Do it. Nice. I think that was just not a great attack, but hey, maybe I'm wrong. Alright. Is Wilderness Reclamation legal and historic? Ace asking all them questions. Yeah, it is. I believe, right? Unless it was banned. But I don't think it was. Is it not? Did they ban it? That's probably the case. They probably, yeah, I guess they did. This seems like kind of a silly deck though. The reason being they're running Dreadful Apathy, which is kind of weird. Like, not really a great call. I'm gonna play Retribution here, by the way. Understanding that they may get a decent attack in here, but I'm gonna just do what I can do. I want to give everything Double Strike and just be able to kind of swing through for the win here. Get rid of that Leyline Tyrant. In case they are planning to reanimate somehow. Late join, how's it going? Tapia, it's going pretty well so far. We're 1-2. We're not doing amazing, but we're feeling pretty good against the opponent right now. So I'm hoping to do at least a decent, even record. That's all I can ever hope for. So we'll see. How are you doing today, Tapia? What's new in your world on this fine Wednesday afternoon? Sure. I don't particularly care that they're gonna attack me with this, so... And hey, they may not. Wow, they're not. Okay. Less than that creature's power. So we do have to tap it to do that. If we do this, we can actually do some really good stuff. Alright, so let's do this. Get rid of you. Puts a counter on everything. Just got on lunch, wasn't able to join any streams last week. That's okay. So we can use this one that can attack to get rid of that. And then attack for a lot. I'm gonna foretell this. Yeah, Wilderness, okay, it is banned. Thank you, Omega. I was actually curious, I wasn't sure. Look, we won. I don't know why I foretold that card, we didn't have to. That's okay. All right, doing it. Evening up the score with 2-2 with this awesome Orzhov Angels deck. I'm really enjoying this one. Depending on how long the next game goes, we may have to cut it just a slight bit short, but if it's a short game, we'll get 2 more in. Tapia, thank you so much for the hype. Let's get some hype in chat for the win. Prime coming through, I like it. Let's see how we do. Guys, I really appreciate everybody stopping by the stream. A lot of you guys are so, you know, basically here all the time, and I really appreciate that. It's great to have such great support for, you know, a small-time streamer like myself. It's really nice, so thank you very much. I'm actually going to keep this. It's a bit slow, but we got some scries off the top here, so if we can get some lands like that one, we can Agonizing Remorse, and then hopefully get into some major Angel power here in just a minute. Opting, okay. I'm going for the white side here for obvious reasons. We're pretty heavy white. Let's see what we can do. Huh. Interesting. What in the world is this deck? So obviously a weird combo deck. Do I just take the Breach or do I just take this? Like, Secret Lair Valentine's Day League today for Uro. I'm actually gonna take the Cathartic Reunion. That may be incorrect. Honestly, I have no freaking clue. This is a weird deck. Let's Temple, and then we'll Valkyrie. Perfect. be very happy to do that. Next turn we can then double up and do Youthful Valkyrie plus Agonizing Remorse, which seems pretty good. Growth Spiral. Yes, I'm fairly confident that is legal in Historic. Growth Spiral is one of my favorite little, like, rampy cards. I just think it's fun. Wow, wish I would have had the Agonizing Remorse for that. I guess I take that. Dude, this is a weird deck. Alright, let's see what happens. Hopefully they kill this and then we can Resplendent Angel. Or Resplendent Marshal, excuse me. But with Uro going down, let's see what happens to Sultai and Historic. Yeah, that's fair. I think Sultai and Historic gets a heck of a lot worse without Uro. Yeah, this is a cool one. It's a really interesting card. Okay. Ooh, neat. Yeah, let's do that. I have a feeling this turn, though, is going to be pretty good for them. Maybe I'm wrong. It's pretty good. What is this? Dual Strike. This is such a strange combo deck. Oh, they oopsed it. They oopsed it. Oh, I feel a little bad, but also not at all. Alright. Let's do this. Gonna exile the Valkyrie. And we're just gonna attack him. Doing the most. If anybody does want to pick up some merch, we already mentioned it once, but the link is right there in chat for you. Please feel free. It's a great way to support the channel. Got some awesome merch and some brand new digital altars that are obviously I'm really excited about. We did just have an order for the Tropical Islands come in. If you would like to pick up your playset, feel free. We've got about 100 copies of the cards, so we'd certainly appreciate it. But it's a great way to, like I said, support the channel. Like, I'm assuming they can win this turn. They, like, kind of have to be able to. Because, yeah, they can Underworld Breach. They've got Whirlwind of Thought. I mean, I have to assume they can win, right? When you cast your next instant or sorcery spell. Okay, so they can pay to do that. That's so weird. This is such a weird deck. I don't get it. It's so strange. All right. Unfortunately, we don't get to exile anything because that is the only thing in our graveyard that is an angel. I'm just enjoying this. I really am interested in this deck, but I feel like it's so pieced together, if that makes sense. Yeah, that's fine. And then shock it. The problem with this is that they're only ever dealing with my creatures, and like, is that actually good enough? Maybe it is. I don't know. But I feel like it's not great. They've got like, what? Depending on how they play this, they've got a little bit more mana left, but not a lot. I don't know. This seems strange. It's a very cool deck, though. Like, kudos to Demir Dingus, which is a great name, because this is really cool. They've got 2 red mana. That's it. Strange to say the least. Yeah, Omega, that's a good way to put it. I mean, I assume they shocked the Valkyrie just to kill it. Or frostbite it. I can't see the winning condition. I can't really either, to be honest. It just seems weird. They're just shocking me, okay. I guess they just get to repeatedly shock? That doesn't seem great. Okay. So if they have another breach, they can do it again. Does anyone know if there's like a deck generator where you can list all the cards you own? Nerdy Offender? I have no clue. Our turn seems very simple in comparison here. Nerdy Offender, I don't know that you can just auto-build decks like that. I mean, certainly there's collection managers, things like that that you can use to hopefully get somewhere, but... Alright. Like, what? Sure. You got it, buddy. This is just strange. Untap GG or MTG Assistant, maybe, but I'm not sure. Omega, yeah, I don't know. A lot of the times what I do to find decks, Offender, is I will go on, like, Aether Hub or YouTube or find some ideas that I like and then try and build off of those. Some would consider that net decking, but we talked about that actually a couple days ago. I don't really consider it net decking. If I'm taking that list as a starting point, sure, but like I'm not sticking with that list most of the time. And if I do, I try to be upfront and let everybody know, like, hey, that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of playing stuff because I don't know what the crap this opponent's doing. This is probably going to be our last game. Just a heads up. Sure. You got it. We've killed 2 of their Bergie, whatever. So, oh, they scried to the top though. They've got 20 cards left. Let's hope they just die due to milling themselves out. I assume they can't go off the same turn that they play the Bergie, whatever you want to call it. Sure. Maybe I have that Jace that wins with no cards. That's not in standard anymore, is it? Omega, I don't know that that's in standard, right? That's War of the Spark? Is that War of the Spark? I have a limited amount of rares and Mythic on Arena, and I just want to have some decks that I can play on Arena. You know, I haven't played for 3 months. Set me back a lot. Nerdy Offender, yeah, I feel you. I don't know if you've heard, but just like if you're a draft or a limited player, Wielder of Mysteries, thank you, Jimbo. Yeah, I think that one's not in anymore, is it? Oh, they had to destroy their own enchantment. Okay, sure. Maybe they can just shock us to death here. I have no idea. This is weird. How many shocks are left? I assume 3. So no Jace, yeah. Dude, I'm so lost with this deck. So they can shock us 2 more times. Is that correct? Anyway, Nerdy Offender, what I was gonna say is, if you are a limited player, a great way to maximize value for Arena is to draft, see what you can get out of the draft, and then just use that, whatever your winnings are, to hopefully draft again if you get enough to do so. Okay, we lose, right? Like, they just shock us now? Yeah, we just die, I think. Yeah. So that's a really nice way to just kind of build your collection back up. There are some options with budget decks, not quite top tier, but useful until you increase your collection. Omega, that's a great point. There's a lot of budget options out there, so definitely try some of that stuff. I don't know what the best one would be, but hey, we lost to like the silliest freaking deck. That was weird. That was really, really weird. But hey, they did it. If we had had a more aggressive start, maybe could have done something. I can speak, I swear. We're gonna do one more. Screw it. Tapia says anti-hype. Thank you, Tapia. Thanks for reminding us of our losses. It's important to do so. Yeah, Omega, I agree with you, though. For Nerdy Offender, sometimes you just need to play budget for a bit. We're going for 3-3. That's the goal. That is the goal. Yeah, you know what? I'll try it. That was very unique. That is for sure. All right. Bit of a slow hand here, but we do get the scries here off of the temple, which I like quite a bit. I'm gonna keep that. We've got Bloodchief's Thirst to deal with any early game stuff, and then of course Valkyrie on turn 3. I'm about to kill that. We'll keep the land. We need to get to 5 pretty quick. Just not even worry about Speaker. So next turn we've got Valkyrie. The turn after that we've got Retribution, which should help us quite a bit. So I feel pretty good about this. I mean, obviously in the early stages of the game, but we do have a lot going for us here, which is good. What is this? Oh, this is clearance. Okay, well, that's gonna be fun. This may turn into a fairly long game. Knights, maybe? Potentially. I don't think so if they're playing these, the Speaker of the Heavens, though. My thought would be it's probably just a cleric stack, which makes sense. Yeah, we just play Retribution, I think. Thanks for responding. I most likely will follow you guys' advice after this stream. Nerdy Offender, let me know if you come up with any cool decks that you want to, you know, share. Yeah, this definitely lends itself to the Cleric Angel slash kind of thing. Thankfully we do have Kaya to exile the Vanishing Light, if we need to, or just this. I'm just gonna destroy that. We should have attacked first. That was a rush. That was a misplay. Do not listen to me. I suck at this game. No problem if I can help in any... Oh, nice. Omega, doing the most. Look at you, being so kind. Yeah, I definitely missed an opportunity to attack in there, so that was my bad. But all too happy to get Aura out of there. That's a frustrating card to deal with, for sure. And now a land is like a super live draw for us, because again, we can just Kaya away either Banishing Light or this Speaker, depending on what we need at the time. That 4 damage that we did not get on them could be pretty crucial. Against a Speaker, you got to take every amount of damage you can get on the opponent just to avoid, you know, losing out to some of these really silly kind of plays. Do I trade? I'm gonna say yes. I'm kind of happy to trade here, to be honest. It's not great, but like, I don't want them to have it, and we have a better board than they do at the moment, with potential for really good stuff coming down, and that being one of them. Let's do this first. I'm gonna... see what they do. Okay. That seems bad, because we just have double strike. But sure. That was a bad play. They should have just taken the damage. That was kind of silly. Alright. See what we can do. And honestly, if they kill Kaya, it's fine. We got another Kaya. So, like, feeling pretty good. And if they don't, then we just play Baneslayer. The White God can't recall the name, but would be good in this deck. Yes and no. I think you're right, but Let's do this first. Kind of suit that up. We can just do this and then get through for some damage, but I kind of don't care to. Let's Baneslayer. No, it's not Heliod. It's the Havagard or whatever it is. I don't remember the name of it. I know exactly what you're talking about, Omega. It would be good in this deck. It doesn't synergize quite as well with this deck, and that's why it's not in here. We really try and play up in particular, the Righteous Valkyrie, and so that's why we do what we do in this deck. But hey, we won. 3-3 is the final score for Orzhov Angels. Yeah, Heliod is way better in Clerics, like, for sure. Well, guys, thank you so much. Ooh, there we go. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for the hype, Tapia and Prime. Ace, final score 3-3. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. It really does mean a lot. Please feel free to check out our website, It Resolves MTG, if you do want to support us. The shop is there for you. Don't feel like you have to spend money on us, but we'd certainly appreciate it if you decide to. Patreon is also a great place to support if you're interested, and that link is below. Was the Kaldheim box winner announced? Tapia, it was on the Monday stream and yesterday's stream. It was actually announced. It was Turtle Falcon, I believe. And so congratulations to him or her. I don't know. But regardless, thank you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow. And do not forget, we are card hunting on Friday for Vorinclex. And I'm really, really stoked about it. So I will see you guys then. Thank you so much.